everyone, it's week 13 of It's as Easy as AAC. We're going to do things a little differently on here today. I have some tips that I want to share with everybody, and then I have some tips that I'm going to break down kind of by your role with the student. So let's get going. That relates to everybody, and just a reminder for things that we've talked about and something that I catch myself needing to do better sometimes and be more conscientious of it. It's just model, whether it's on a low-tech board, especially for those kiddos who are minimally verbal and don't have a high-tech communication device. We need to make sure that they have their core board with them everywhere they are and that they have access to it and that we're showing them how it can be used for communication. To you this week is model. Send a video of yourself modeling or send me a little email of like, hey, I don't usually model during this time, or no, I needed to step up my modeling. This is what I did, and you'll win a fun AAC prize, and hopefully we have more participants this time. My next tip is for speech therapists. So I went to a wonderful session with a student where we read a book. It's called Clive Eats Alligators. It's on Amazon for like $1 and $5 shipping, of course. I love it. I'm buying it for myself for AAC because I think it's the perfect book to really work on using our core words and not so much those fringe words that I feel like we're doing a lot of labeling with and requesting, but there's so much more out there than just labeling and requesting, and we can do that all with a lot more of the action words and then some of those description words too. So in Clive Eats Alligators, stories like so-and-so eats this for breakfast, so-and-so eats this, Clive eats alligators, and it's alligator cereal. So you could describe the page, you could make a comment on it, show them how to make a comment about the reading instead of just asking those questions. And you could be like, that is so silly that he's eating alligators for breakfast. And then I thought it would be really fun if we used that opportunity to have them create something. So you have all these characters in the story, have them pick someone that they like. If it's mom, dad, friend, it could be them. And then they could talk about what they eat. But we're really using that word eat. I eat whatever, and making sure we're using the word eat. But the best part about the book is that each page has that same structure, but it talks about what people wear, what people play. And so you can use core words in so many different things. And if maybe you're really working on the word wear or play, and that's the word you're really focusing on, you can make more than just one page. You can make it an iBook. You can make it on Google Docs. So I really would think that getting students creating and not just playing with their words, but seeing that they can use their words to make creations just like any other student would be a really great opportunity for our AAC users. Here's my tip for you. This is something that could be used by instructional room teachers, resource teachers, general education teachers, everybody. When we're working on our lessons, and let's say, for example, we're talking about Native Americans, right? We could talk about all those fringe words that they're going to use just for that lesson alone, or we could really focus on our core words. And so on a core board, they're all here. What words could we use to talk about it? We could talk about where they get their food from. We could talk about what they eat, and making sure we're really focusing on those verbs with it and not so much the other ones, because whether they're talking about corn, that's not something they're going to use all the time, right? But those words like get, eat, like are words that they can use throughout their day and throughout their life. So let's really focus on learning those. You related service providers, OTs, PTs, social workers, I have a challenge for you guys to just step up using the core board in therapy. So in your session with the student. So if maybe you're working on a cutting activity or handwriting, we could talk about what you're making with it. So we could find the word make. Oh, we're gonna make this with it. And maybe it's something that's really hard for you to incorporate into a session. And I know that it can be hard, and sometimes it's more of an afterthought. But just challenge yourself to model it 2 more times and send me some success stories for that. A tip for some of those parents who I've sent the channel to, or if parents are asking you for a tip of how you can support AAC at home, or how they could support AAC at home rather, I always tell them, choose something small. I always give them the analogy of like a New Year's resolution. If I'm like, I'm going to go to the gym every day and I'm going to eat healthy every day, I'm not going to do it. And the moment I stop doing it, I'm like, well, I didn't go, so it's done. So let's choose something attainable. So maybe it's choosing one little time to use the device. Maybe there's a time where it's more one-on-one with the student who uses a device and they can support them at home. And starting out easy, maybe they're playing a game and you can just talk about, oh, it's your turn, it's my turn. Just getting used to using it before you amp it up to other things so you get more comfortable and it's something that you can maintain over time. Happy modeling!